When it comes to abuse of power, I wish we were having a broader conversation on the abuse of power that Inspector General Horowitz found out in his report on those 4 FISA applications that were used on Carter Page. I think that is something that all Americans should ultimately be concerned with, and we should be spending time trying to understand that to prevent this from happening in the future.
So you have an intelligence background before you ran for Congress. You, of course, served your country in that capacity. The foreign intelligence surveillance applications and the court, possibly under some pressure to be reviewed and maybe even reformed. Do you think that it will survive after this process? Because you have people like yourself, or maybe even Senator Ben Sasse, who said yesterday, I've spent a lot of time defending the FISA process and defending the FISA court, but to find out that there were these abuses was eye-opening.
Look, some of these abuses are outrageous, to be frank, and I don't know why Chairman Schiff is not upset about being lied to by members of the team that investigated this, Crossfire Hurricane team, which is what the FBI refers that to. The FISA collection, to be able to get evidence on people that may be potentially involved in espionage and terrorism is important, but this is an incredible power that should be used, and we should be making sure that we're up to every standard to use this power. And we found 17 examples of where information was omitted or incorrect. And it changed. The one that's most outrageous to me is that Carter Page was working for another U.S. intelligence organization, and because of that activity, the folks on the Crossfire Hurricane team believed he was working with the Russians. To me, that's absolutely outrageous. And the fact that they knew that information before the first FISA application was provided is crazy. And the fact that a lawyer actually doctored an email. And look, I think one of the great things about the Horowitz report is it shows the importance of our inspector generals. I think Mr. Horowitz did an incredible job of white gloving this entire activity. But the one thing that was missing in there is why was there 17 examples of information being withheld or doctored?
Well, we'll continue to follow that. I know that you will as well, Congressman.